Hi there, it's been 3 years since I last shared a video with you, and I think it's time for a new video era and get more videos out for you. So I'm planning to have more videos up for you soon. Today we will make 2 simple cards using label paper, and I think that label paper is the perfect material if you like intricate dies. We've had a release out on Friday. Thank you so much to everyone who ordered and who made this release a big success. And part of this release was a die that I really like. This might be one of my favorite products from the release. It's the Christmas tree die. And it has a solid tree, a solid Christmas tree, little ornaments, a star, and a very intricate border around that tree, which has some stitch pattern. And I really think that this frame is so much fun to use, and label paper makes a big difference here. So I colored the label paper with some Distress Oxide inks, and these inks are water reactive. So I sprinkled on some water and also some ink to get some texture. I am a fan of clean and simple cards, and especially when it comes to simple cards, textures and little details really make a big difference. So that is why I am adding so much texture onto that paper. I really wanted to have something that looks interesting on a pretty simple card. And after I adhered those little details, I just used a paper towel to get rid of the excess water, and then I started die cutting with that tree die. And I made sure to cut as many trees out of those 2 pieces of label paper as I could get, and I also cut that tree from 1 solid piece of thicker cardstock, and this will be my guide for adhering. You can see that I used some green Tombow adhesive on that piece. That is because the Tombow adhesive dries to be non-permanent if you let it air dry, and you can use it like a post-it note over and over again. And now I use this guide to line up my frames. You could totally just use your frames and eyeball where they should go and how to put them straight, but the pieces are pretty intricate and the label paper is super thin. So adhering that down straight was a little tough for me, and I thought that having this little guide made of cardstock really is a huge help for me, and I can now take a closer look where I want to have my pieces, and I can just use them like puzzle pieces and they fit together and I can put them down. Something I really like about this thin label paper is that it does not stick too bad. So I can put it down, and if I put it in the wrong place, I can lift it up again and place it down again. But it totally is permanent when I rub it down. So I can burnish that into the paper and it will stay in place, but I have also always the chance to remove it in the first place. And as you can see, I use my bone folder to really burnish it down, and I can make sure that they will stay in place once I have them lined all up the way I want. I use the little die over and over again on my card and fill the entire card. And one thing that I should mention is that this label paper, as it is super thin, as soon as you use your bone folder to press it down, the stitched pattern gets a little lost, so you cannot see it as well as you could by using cardstock, but that was not a big problem for me, as I still liked how this turned out. I had not used any of the Tombow on the edges of my little guide, so I added that, and while that was drying I tried to eyeball one of the corners, which was just a very little corner, and that worked out fine. And I used the rest of the tree that was hanging over the card for the last part, as I really like to use up all the parts that I have and not throw anything into the trash bin. So this really worked out well for me. And the background is nearly done now. We just have to take our scissors and cut off the excess, add a sentiment, some details and some decoration, and that's it. Quick and easy. For the sentiments, I took out one of the sentiment sets that was part of the newest release. It's called Small Christmas Sentiments, and I used a little banner with our useful banner dies and picked out a sentiment that says, "Since we don't exchange gifts." And I think we all have those relatives that we do not exchange gifts with. But as a card maker, we really do not feel comfortable not giving them anything, usually. So I thought bringing them a card that says, "Since we don't exchange gifts," and we can write a small message and let them know we love them, that is at least a little gift. And so the sentiment was adhered, and then I used our enamel stickers. You can get them in the shop, but if you have ordered with us before, you might have noticed that usually there's a little thank you goodie bag, just a very, very little thank you that includes some of the enamel stickers. And we add them to most orders. Sometimes we add something different, but usually it's the enamel stickers. So if you have ordered with us, you probably got some stickers, and you can also get them in the shop. And they have the perfect size to work as ornaments for this die, and this really makes me happy. So now I had all the leftovers, and now I made a card that really took 1.5 minutes. The original footage of this video was 1.5 minutes, and I just took one of the trees, adhered that down, stamped one sentiment, added some more of the enamel stickers, and that's it. And I still have some trees left to create more cards. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and just subscribe to our YouTube channel. And I hope you have a wonderful and creative day.